What is up, YouTube? I am Reckless, and today I am bringing you a video where I am just going to go over the new Dust2, which has been released on the beta. If you're not sure how to install the beta, all you have to do is go under the game's properties in your Steam library, click on Properties, and then Beta, and then select the one that is a release candidate, so that's the one that ends in RC. Then the update should start downloading, and once the download is complete, you should just be able to start the game and find the map Dust2 and load it, and you should have it. So I am just going to do what I did with Inferno and Nuke and go over my initial thoughts of it. The only thing I have done is I've run around, I've killed a few bots, and I have thrown some flashes at places. So as far as the layout goes, if you can't tell from the map, the layout really has not changed at all. The graphics look beautiful, I'm not going to deny that. I think the graphics are a huge improvement. But as far as the layout goes, I understand they had to walk a fine line because Dust2 is by far the most played map in the entire game, and that's the way it's pretty much always been. But I have always not really been a big fan of Dust2's layout, so I would have personally preferred that they changed some more stuff, but I understand why they didn't, even though I really wish they had. But, ooh, you can't jump up there. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and talk about it. So this is T-Spawn. Not really too much going on here. Most of the changes they did were just to improve visibility and remove some of the glitchy spots and stuff like that. But coming down here, there's no longer these boxes here. There's just some dumpsters. I wonder if you can take fall damage from jumping that high. Okay, so you can't. So you come back here. This was a common place to save, so this is going to be hard to save here. In fact, it'd pretty much be impossible, but I guess you can sit here and wait for them. But you can't really hide. This ramp looks pretty nice, and from over here looking, you can just tell that the visibility is a lot better. One thing that I did notice that's unfortunate is these skyboxes are still blocked off, which, I don't know, I really think that B is so hard to take through tunnels most of the time if you have some good CT players that being able to throw smokes and flashes over here would have been great. Then I came in here and I saw this and I was like, ooh, it looks open, but you cannot throw anything out of here. So once again, I don't really know how I feel about those changes. It seems like this, I mean, this is all pretty much going to remain the same. You can still hold right here, and I also noticed that this is still here as well, so this angle, that's kind of a okay pop flash I've found. It comes right there. But anyway, as far as the layout goes, like I said, guys, nothing much has really changed. You can still sit on this box. This ledge is a little bit thicker now, so you have to be careful if you want to fall off of it. You got to go back a little further. You can still get up here and go here. All of the plant spots, as far as I'm aware, are the same. I should have spawned as T, but I assume that anywhere behind this line is going to be the plant spot, just like before. There is this scaffolding back here, but you can't get onto it. Let's see, can you boost? Ooh, okay. Oh, no, you can't. It is clipped off. There's an invisible wall here. Gotta love the invisible walls. So there is this little place back here, so in fact this seems like even more cover than there used to be, so this might be a little bit easier angle to hold. As far as this goes, you can still jump up here, and oh nice, you can actually jump without hitting your head. So this is still an angle, so I mean really guys, except for like some geometry changes, not really much has changed on B-Site. I will say though, it is an interesting choice because, you know, B was hard to take, and you used to be able to shoot an opper that was back here, but now, as you can see, these are rocks now, so you cannot shoot through this. I'm not exactly sure what the thought was. I guess that this map is a little bit T-sided, because honestly, it does seem like a lot of the changes seem to help the CTs, so I'm not exactly sure. Also, if you can't tell, they have updated the sounds for jumping, so now when you jump, you can tell what surface people are jumping onto. So I mean, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool change, but that's not really what we're talking about here because we are doing a map review. So going into CT, I know I haven't gone lower yet, but I will. Going into CT, it sucks because a lot of these cool flashes that you could do, you can't really do anymore. There were a bunch of pop flashes that you could do here. So, I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out some new pop flashes for this map. But as far as this goes, the skybox is still good, so you can, I don't know exactly how, but you can still smoke off this from CT. Going back into tunnels, I do really like the lighting. The lighting is really good. So coming in here, you go CT. Like I said, all of these, this is all still pretty much the exact same. They still have not found a good way to handle this frickin' ramp. It still is jagged, so when you're walking, it's really frickin' annoying. I don't know why they can't fix that. This is still a thing, so yeah, that's pretty much all there is to lower. Not too much has changed there. Alright, so coming down mid, there's still suicide. These doors are still spammable, so you can watch here and see it is still spammable. I have not tested the damage. I might do that in a little bit and see what that is like. But as far as mid goes, you can still jump down suicide and go here and all this kind of good stuff. So heading down mid, all of these angles are pretty much the same. There's still this light pole here and these barrels are still here. So I mean, really nothing has changed. There are these, and luckily they did make this smooth, so that's not weird. The only real change in mid is Xbox. Now it seems that you can't just jump directly onto Xbox. You have to jump here, which I noticed, like if you're wanting to, you could just automatically jump up there and keep your head down and scoot over here and come surprise them at an off angle. But now, I'll need someone to help me test this, but I'm wondering if you crouch and look down, if you jump up, I'm wondering how visible, if at all, you'll be if you do that. So that's another thing that I really want to test. Coming over to Cat, they do have this skybox open, which is nice, but once again, no really changes here. All these angles seem to be the same. You can still do this pop flash here, and come on to A site. So, let's check out CT real quick. CT, once again, nothing really much has changed. You can kind of see this. I really think that this could have been a great idea for them to do. Open up this from CT spawn. This I have to no-clip because it doesn't work. But then go up here, and then you're back in this area. And it's another way, it could be another way to go to Goose, but as you can see, that is not a thing. So that's something that they could have done, and maybe they have it there because it's a possibility that they might. Not exactly sure. So coming from T-spawn to long, they did raise the height of this, so we're gonna have to refigure out all of our smokes and stuff and flashes. But as you can see, it's really high, so people holding this angle aren't going to be as flash because the angle is a lot more extreme than it used to have to be. Coming in here, I have seen that you can boost up here, and this is kind of a cool angle. If you can get a person to boost 2 people up here, and then boost 1 person on here, you can kind of see people, CTs, as they're pushing. So that'll be an interesting angle. This is still open, although, like I said, it's a lot higher. So coming out here and doing your running throw, wow, I actually got really lucky there. But, but you can't, so this is actually going to be, let's just try it from T-spawn. Running out here, throwing the nade. Yeah, see, that's going to be a lot more difficult. So once again, another thing that helps the CTs. Coming out here, blue is still a thing. And, you know, once again, not too much has changed. You can still hold this angle and smoke that off. Coming around here, this is all just pretty much the same, but it's a lot more clean. And this is still an angle, so all of these angles are still a thing. Here's one of the only actual changes on the map. There's still this platform, and you can get up here. But as far as this ledge is gone, which Oppers used to be able to get on for additional height. But that's gone, and then the ledge that ran along the back of here is also gone. Another thing is, this angle that you could use to smoke off CT is not a thing anymore, so we're gonna have to refigure out our smokes for CT. So I mean, that's the other thing. It looks like even if you get this right in the middle, this is still too big, you know, to totally block off, so people can still see you when you cross. So a lot of the problems that I had with Dust2, they don't seem to have changed, like, at all. Except for this car is not on fire anymore, so it's not as easy to hide behind. Alright, one of the last things I'm going to check out is right here. I have not tested this, but I'm wondering if they kept this skybox open still. And it looks like they didn't. It looks like they actually didn't. Let's see this. Can we do a jump throw, maybe? So it looks like, even though they opened this skybox in the old version of Dust 2 pretty recent, well, I say pretty recently, it was like a year or two ago, but it looks like they changed it to where you cannot smoke the double doors from here anymore. But it looks like you can still fast cat, and it does still look like this geometry is a pain to try and get up on. Well, it looks like they smoothed it out some, maybe. No, not really. But yeah, I just can't believe that a lot of these skyboxes they left closed. I assume it has something to do with the FPS, which, by the way, I get around 150 to 200, sometimes 250 FPS on this map. So definitely not as good as I used to get on the old version of Dust 2. Maybe that is why they kept the skyboxes so closed. But me, I hate skyboxes that don't allow you to flash over things. As you can see, Goose is now an actual goose. I'm interested to see what that says. I assume something like whatever noise a goose makes. But as far as the sight goes, really, these angles are all pretty much the exact same. You can still get up here. It looks like they lowered the barrel a little bit to where more of you is visible than used to be. So, I mean, I guess I like that. But all of these other angles are the exact same. You can still hide here, kind of, and wait for this. There's still a little corner here that you can use to hide behind. So yeah, this is all pretty much still just like Dust 2. So people who really like Dust 2 should be happy, unless the performance on the map goes down, which I know was a reason that a lot of people played it, was because they had crap PCs that can only run Dust 2. So hopefully people can still run it, but maybe it will cause people to choose a new map and learn a new map. So I guess we will see how that goes. Guys, I wish there was more to talk about, but there really isn't. From everything I've seen, it just looks like it is a remaster of the map and not really a rework, which, like I've said a bunch of times, it depends on the type of person you are. But I would have liked to see a lot more changes done to the map's layout. But I know I'm probably in the minority, so let me know what you guys think about this version of the map down in the comments below. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave me a rating. A like is always appreciated, but if not, as always, that's cool. And this has been Reckless, guys. Take it easy or don't take it at all. Peace.